So they now sit at 5-2, looking to try to fight back in and see who will be going into the semifinals next week. Already loading in, it is going to be, of course, the usual suspects for SNRF. It's Flying Narwhal and Crouton Dust, Steve Jobs, and Miller Lite on the opposite side. And straight off the bat, they're going to strike straight home. Steve Jobs going to come through, and a lobber just straight off the kickoff. Nothing that they know how to deny from the SNRF side, and Subda Musty already off to an early 1-goal lead. Met back in the midfield. Miller Lite actually managing to keep some possession for a minute, but Crouton Dust fighting out against him, getting a little T-boned against him, and now it's going to be with a ball bouncing mid, and Flying Narwhal so fast to capitalize. Crouton Dust just staying on Miller Lite's case the entire time he's in this end, able to force a 50 against the wall, gets a double touch off the corner to get it mid, and you can just see it's already a 1-1 scoreline. We've got it equalized already, and it's only been 14 seconds. Steve Jobs back over towards the wall. Crouton to follow fast. Actually decides to slow down. Wants to maybe try to fake out Steve a little bit, but isn't able to do it. So bouncing back over towards mid. It's going to be Miller Lite to clear it away. That's Flying Narwhal to re-aggress. It's back towards mid. Jobs has to read, and he does. It's back over towards the midfield, and he just has a wide open net. Is that on? It's not. It's off the left crossbar, and nobody back for SNRF to deny it, but it's going to be a shot denied nonetheless. Back over to the wall. Back over to Miller Lite, who now just wants to try to see if he can carry this into the net. But Narwhal gonna meet him. Wins it back over into the blue end. Jobs wants to try to read out there, and you can tell Narwhal's just trying to predict that clear, but he can't quite do it. And the ball gonna find its way back over in front of the orange net. Miller Lite can't capitalize onto that shot, but he is going to get a demo for the trouble. And now Narwhal dead as Dust has to try to play this back deep into the blue end. He can't quite do it. Jobs does read it out, a shot towards net, and actually gonna win it past Narwhal as well. You can see Narwhal coming in from the left, looking like he wants to try to seal up a clear, but he's just not gonna connect with the ball. He finds himself left of goal, and you're going to be dead at the wheels of Steve Jobs. Gonna be hit back over off the orange wall, and Narwhal has to try to play this in mid, but he does win it past both defenders. And is that ball in? It is, and just like that, Subda Musty, they claim a lead, but they make a crucial mistake, a double commit over in mid, and there is just nobody left to hit this boomer from Narwhal. Just a lob in over from the midfield line, and already tied up yet again. Barely 90 seconds into the match, but you are definitely seeing why these guys went to all 5 games the last time they met each other in the IGL season. Of course, a single elimination. It's going to be a little sad to see one of these guys drop away of the tournament straight off the bat, but very strong competitors, and you can see Narwhal trying just to win this ball up the field. It's met there over against himself, and Miller Lite does manage to force it away. Steve Jobs comes through as well just to get it into the orange end. And now Narwhal wants to try to get this ball out of his own. Doesn't want to knock it on in off of Jobs' carry, so it's going to just bounce down. Narwhal to have to try to play this off. Dust with a good clear, but it's back over into the blue end. Jobs just going to kill this ball mid, and now Miller Lite trying to redirect on, but it's just going to be right of goal, and Crouton does not see a need to force this issue over zealously. He's just going to wait back, allow the counter aggression to come through, but you can see now Jobs being left this ball in the midfield. He's trying to play it past Narwhal, but he can't quite find the touch. It's back into the blue end. You can see Narwhal getting very aggressive, trying to demo the final defender, but it's going to end up with the ball bouncing back into the orange end, and Miller Lite with a potential shot. It's over in front of the goal, but a bump denies him from being able to follow through, and now Jobs to kill it mid. Trying just to play this back out. Full boost, does catch it. Doesn't get a second touch, though. Miller Lite to follow off the corner. Back off the wall, and it's going to be Crouton to play this. Does drop it down to himself. A flick, perhaps, but Jobs just going to kill it along that right wall. Crouton Dust sees that Narwhal's waiting for him mid, knows he has the opportunity to pass, but it's just going to be a slow rolling shot away from the goal. It's Narwhal forced to save that, does not want to allow it to slip by. And an equalized game still, as with 100 seconds left, Jobs starts to try to take this into the orange end. He gets a touch. It's back to the wall, but it's met by Narwhal, and now over off the right. Crouton Dust just waiting back in case this aggression comes through, and with a miss from Narwhal, a rare miss, it's going to be bouncing straight back down to the midfield. Crouton Dust does finally get to aggress into it, but Narwhal already trying just to get this ball back upfield. Jobs reads it, but he's just going to kill it, and that's a risky play. Dust with the shot. Miller Lite to deny low, but it's a follow-through, a pinch forced, and it's over to the orange corner. Crouton Dust wants to try to get out and try to play this and wins out a 50, gets it over into the midfield, and the lobber going to allow him to try to clear this away, but it's lobbed back towards the orange net, and Dust has to try to read out something he can do. It's back to the wall. Dust trying just to see if there's a way of getting this away without risking a goal, and they manage to do it. Miller Lite, he's able to capitalize off that, and it's just a strange decision from Crouton Dust. He back passes it over to Narwhal, but there was really no need to do that. You could have just allowed Narwhal to aggress out of the goal and clear it away. So they pass it back, and the back pass gonna end up allowing Musty to regain another 1-goal lead, this time with only 50 seconds left in the game. And that one almost manages to equalize it yet again, but Miller Lite killing it towards that corner. Bumped away by Jobs, who just wants to try to play this upfield, and he's going to get it past 1, gets it past 2, but can't get it on target. Narwhal gets it away, off the backboard, just trying to dribble this out of his own end, leaves it to his teammate, and now with only 30 seconds left, Jobs just gets that away. Crouton Dust can't quite block the ball, and Narwhal back in his own end wants to try to find some way to get it away, but an unlucky spawn, Dust spawning directly in front of Narwhal, is going to leave them in an awkward situation. Jobs, no boost, so allows that ball to get past, and with 0 boost, he's able to actually regain everything because they just give him all the time in the world to work with. So SNRF gonna be looking to drop the first game outside of what could be a miracle play, and Jobs comes through with a demo just to secure it. But Musty gonna be the ones to claim the first game of the best of 5. And they're keeping it close, 3-2 SNRF. They almost managed to equalize it for a third time, but no cigar, as Musty going up 1-0 heading into the second game. A close game one out by Musty. They're going to be looking to get themselves up onto match point in this one. Meanwhile, SNRF to try to fight back and get one of their own. Crouton Dust going to be allowed to play this early, but Miller Lite forcing the issue. Not actually going to be able to connect Crouton, but a back pass. It's over to Narwhal. Back over to Dust, and you're seeing them try to play it past Jobs, just getting a nice touch off the wall, and now a pass play already coming out, and what a fast counterattack out of the Musty boys. Look how fast they transition. Jobs gets that initial hit, gets that follow-up, and Miller Lite immediately knows what's going to happen. He starts speeding up, going over towards the middle of the net, and just waits for that fast little shot back towards him and sinks it in. Too fast to react, and SNRF back down another goal. They have to equalize once again. They're no strangers to it, but it does not feel good to go down by 1 right off the bat. Narwhal securing that they do not have to stay in that spot for long, as a nice little shot into the bottom left. He sees Miller Lite's little unfortunate bump against the goal wall and manages to sneak in to capitalize off of that play. So an equalized game only takes 30 seconds yet again. Very fast scoring boys here in this server. And Narwhal, oh my god, what a play from him. And let's watch this on the replay one more time, because nothing I can say about it outside of this can make it any much of a nicer shot. He just sneaks in, slides it off the hood, and just a crisp, clean shot to get the first lead of the series for SNRF, going up 2-1 here in game number 2. It's back over. Jobs trying to see if he can get something to get this ball off of Narwhal, and they're just not able to do it. And with Jobs with no boost bouncing in front of that net, Crouton Dust, almost an open goal to shoot at, gets it a little bit high, following through. Narwhal bouncing it mid, Crouton Dust to follow, and Miller Lite back up to the wall, trying to see if he can start playing it out and actually landing it on the hood of his car. But what a read from Narwhal. He manages to jump up in time to deny the dribble, managing to aerial and get back in time for that follow-up shot as well. And he's already re-aggressing this back up the midfield, back over towards that blue goal. Miller Lite does manage to hit it back in a 54, so Jobs going to be able to play this along the goal line. Actually, no, as Miller Lite just going to do it all himself, killing it back to the corner. Jobs to follow, and a nice little flick off the wall does open up a play back towards the goal. Miller Lite to try to replay, but it's back in the corner. 3.5 minutes left. Oh, Narwhal managing to win out that 50, actually. You thought it was going to be DOA, but he manages to get back just in time, and Crouton does a follow, but it's just wide. Miller Lite to play. Back over into the mid, trying to play this off the wall. Oh, and it's going to be hit straight back into that corner. Jobs just wants to try to force it away, and Narwhal is not allowing it. He is just staying on this ball like a hawk. He is trying to make sure that nobody gets it back into the orange end. A rare miss. That's going to allow Jobs to fight back into this, and the demo not coming through as well. So Narwhal, a little bit of an awkward spot, and the ball going even faster towards their own net, but Dust denies. Back to the wall. Back into the corner. Narwhal to hit it out down towards Miller Lite, who gets a follow-up shot, but it's just too high to find the net. And Narwhal, with 0 boost, has to find some way to try to get this ball out, but Miller Lite's not going to allow it. It's back to the corner. It's back over, and he does get a touch back. Jobs potentially able to follow this one. An unfortunate bounce, an unfortunate hit. He's going to land it back along that wall. Narwhal, a fast follow, ends up hitting it back towards his own net. Crouton Dust a little bit out of the action in the goal as well. And with 2 minutes, you're going to see a bounce back towards mid. Miller Lite to play it. They'd still just need 1 to secure OT, and Jobs secures a demo onto Crouton Dust, but the flick and does not come through. It's not on target, and it's going to be Narwhal trying to fastly reaggress this up. Miller Lite potentially has to make a backboard play, and Narwhal just comes through for a hat trick all on his own, sinking it directly into the top right of this net. And watch this, just a crisp little shot. What a flick to hit that ball into the net at that angle. So 2 minutes. And SNRF definitely turning things around off the back of course, Flying Narwhal, who has a hat trick on the board right now. Back up to the wall. Miller Lite to play. It's going to be Narwhal once again with an opportunity to aggress. Doesn't quite get it anywhere, so back over to the blue corner. Jobs in a 50 against Dust, and actually doesn't manage to win it out. It's back over to the corner. Miller Lite to read. It's back off their own wall. A very interesting flick to get it away. You see, it's Narwhal trying to find out if he can do something here along this wall, but he just can't find it. It's back over to Jobs. Back over to Crouton, but he allows the ball to slip past, and Jobs saves it. What the hell is happening deep into this orange end? Crouton Dust just doesn't expect that shot to go towards net. They find it on, and then Jobs comes through and saves his own shot onto net. Just some of those playoff nerves getting to the players, as with a minute left, it is still a 2-goal deficit. Crouton Dust the last one back. Miller Lite a potential for a passing play, but Dust taking possession. Jobs with a shot towards target, and Narwhal doesn't connect, but it's not on. Jobs back towards mid, a back pass to Crouton Dust, who wants to try to play this back up, and at this point, 40 seconds. They have to try to find something fast here, Sub to Musty. They need to try to find some way of just securing this ball into the net and getting the first of 2, but Narwhal's so aggressive at getting this out. And the bumps coming through, the defense of Sub to Musty seeming a little rattled as they've allowed 3 in the game. 20 seconds. Narwhal to replay this, and 18 seconds, 16 as the time continues to drop. There were no further goals being scored on the Sub to Musty side. You can see SNRF trying to come through with a few of their own at the end, and Jobs manages to sink one in from the midfield line. They all get a little too aggressive here, SNRF. They allow this ball to jump off the backboard, and it's just going to be an easy open goal shot. 5 seconds, there is an opportunity for a kickoff goal to secure up a tied game. Sub to Musty definitely going to look for it. And they get it into the orange end. Narwhal certainly playing back towards goal, though. It's going to be a follow-through, and it's going to be found back over into the blue end, and SNRF not going to allow that one to slip away. So fought back immediately, and we find ourselves at a tied 1-1 scoreline heading into game number 3. They fight back. SNRF manages to hold their own and get themselves back into it. Now essentially a best of 3. Whoever wins this one will be sitting on match point, and thus semifinals point as the final best of 5 for these two teams. is unraveling slowly. Narwhal trying to make a fast play yet again. Miller Lite a little bit more wise to the antics at this point. Able to read out against the play, denies it, but Crouton Dust denying it off the backboard himself. Narwhal actually over towards the opposite side of goal, and that's going to allow Miller Lite the perfect opportunity to come through and secure up an early goal. Jobs doing a good job at just keeping this ball into the orange end, and they don't expect anyone to make a play off that line. Miller Lite comes through, finds the angle, and a surely secured shot gets the first goal in 25. But Narwhal, we know how dangerous he's been on these counterattacks. Crouton Dust getting it for himself, and that's going to be a shot towards net. A flick. Narwhal has to save, but he does. It's over to the wall. Trying to play this out. Doesn't manage to get it past Miller Lite, and this is bouncing back in front of the goal. Crouton Dust not able to get it away, but Miller Lite can't sneak it past him. Trying to see if he can find something to get past, and it's going to be a bump. It's going to force Steve Jobs away, but it does allow the ball to not find the orange net just yet. It's bouncing mid. Crouton to follow, but a boom back into the orange end. And just like that, you can see Jobs trying to aggress this up, see if he can get a passing play going. Miller Lite actually tries to get a touch off of that. It's a little bit too high and a little bit too wide, but it does allow these orange defenders to take a few extra seconds to transition to offense. Crouton Dust just trying to kill this. Back towards the wall. Miller kills it. Back over to Narwhal, who's trying to read it out. And it's going to be a forced 50. Red off. And Jobs to play this. Back over off the wall with 0 boost. It's just going to be a clear away. And you can see just back and forth booming plays. Dust getting a little bit of a play over towards this net. Narwhal wanting to set up and see if there's a shot, and with a double commit, there certainly is, but they can't quite find the target. Crouton not able to find the net, but gets it over to his teammate, who just doesn't have enough time to try to redirect that onto the net. No time, no boost, and it's going to be a fast play, but a fake from Jobs does allow Miller Lite with a shot towards net, but a barely saved ball. Narwhal coming through and sniping it along the goal line to deny a 2-goal lead. As with only 3 minutes left, we still only see 1 goal on the board, and it's favoring the sub to Musty side, but Narwhal looking to change that, gets it to the corner. Miller Lite wants to play this out. It's bounced off the backboard, and a double commit, getting a little bit antsy here, the defenders. And the Crouton Dust to try to follow it up, but Jobs to hit it away, and now Narwhal over, getting it to the corner. Gets boost for his trouble. Miller Lite can't connect again, just getting a little bit antsy at trying to clear this ball away, and Narwhal gets it over off the backboard, does fake it out a bit, and the double commit comes through off the defense again, but they manage to get the ball away. Narwhal getting a shot towards net, but a boomer downfield, and that's a potential shot on target and just can't get it away. Crouton Dust tries to get under it, tries to find something to deny this shot from Steve Jobs, but it's not going to be enough, and he just ends up hitting it into the net. And that's going to be a 2-goal lead. 8 seconds into the second half. Sub to Musty seem to have found their footing again. They got a little shell-shocked by flying Narwhal the past game. He was able to sneak past their defenses and get 3 crisp shots to seal up a game, but already fighting back in an open net, but Miller Lite can't find it. Crouton Dust ends up back passing into an unfortunate shot on net. Miller Lite can't quite find the target, so no hat-trick lead for these boys yet. Narwhal wants to try to replay this with 0 boost. He does manage to get a very nice touch past the first, and it has to be a save from Jobs, as a miss from Miller Lite is a disastrous little situation that could have resulted in a goal and still could, but Jobs able to get in front of that ball. Miller Lite bumping him, and that could have been disastrous as well, but luckily they are able to hold their ground and sub to Musty. They are looking to try to see if they can sneak this one away. They just need to deny 2 goals. They can allow 1. They don't want to, but if they allow 1, as long as they hold their ground, they'll be fine. Narwhal trying to get that first goal, but he's just being denied along the goal line, and Jobs, a beautiful force past both to get it deep into the orange end, and Miller Lite tries to redirect that, tries to play it fast, and it's going to be dropped to him for his efforts. He doesn't land the touch. Crouton Dust going to be the one to boom that away, and now Miller Lite, a race for the goal line, needs to try to deny this pass, and he's not able to, but it's high. Jobs not able to clear it, and off that failed clear, Narwhal is able to secure up the first. What a beautiful little fast play from Crouton Dust to open up Narwhal, and Jobs just not able to predict that high shot. So it's going to be 1 minute left, down by 1. SNRF looking to try to see if they can fight back in. Crouton Dust wins out against 1, but Jobs to fast fire it back towards their own net. Narwhal Gets it over to the corner. Jobs just going to kill it again. Already 15 seconds expired, and you're seeing it's just the sub to Musty side trying to just kill time. That's all they need to do to secure up match point, tournament point, in fact, to get themselves into the playoffs, but a demo onto Miller Lite, that's dangerous. Narwhal has to try to play that away. An unfortunate spawn as Miller spawning directly under Jobs there. With only 25 seconds, they still just need to deny any last-second shots, but Narwhal with possession, 0 boost as well. Miller Lite gets it past, gets it deep into this end, and Crouton Dust just does not want to allow a goal. He's back, just making sure nobody can over-aggress, but Narwhal, full possession, gets it to the corner. It's over off the backboard, and they have to come through for that touch, and what a touch it is to deny what almost certainly would have been a goal there for SNRF, but sub to Musty, they fight back, bite back, and with 2-1, close as ever, they secure themselves a match point going into game number 4. They manage to hold their lead until the end, and sub to Musty get themselves into a game number 4 scenario where they are up 2-1. Potential to take it all away, but Narwhal, a fast follow. It's going to drop down in front of the net, and Crouton Dust going to be there to secure it. Off the bat, already SNRF fighting back. Miller Lite, he does what he can, tries to deny that shot, but ultimately anything outside of a clear away was going to be followed through by the orange offenders, and now it's going to be Narwhal meeting up against Miller yet again. It's going to be a delay in mid, and that's a fast follow-through from Jobs. Crouton Dust forced to save it away, does hit it far enough, and actually the follow-through off the corner. It's going to be bouncing mid, Miller Lite off the wall. Narwhal to try to follow, and it's going to bounce high. That's going to just be dropping straight along the goal line, and that's going to be going back over towards this net. It's going to be a shot down. Miller Lite to try to follow. Can't find the net in time, and Narwhal trying just to get this one away. Does manage to get some possession. A shot on net, in fact, but it's going to be played back towards the net immediately. Jobs winning out against Dust. It's going to be bouncing mid. Narwhal gets a touch. That does catch Miller Lite off guard and actually sets up Narwhal for a follow-up midfield. He's going to be trying just to carry this off the wall, see if he can get it over in front of the net, but Jobs just booms it away. Back towards the corner. It's going to be bouncing in front of the net, and Crouton Dust jumps up just in time to deny the shot. Jobs denied on the goal line as it's still a 1-goal lead for SNRF. Jobs gets it over mid. It's to Narwhal, who does hit it down, doesn't hit it on target, and Crouton Dust a little bit undoing the work. It's just going to be a back pass yet again, and Narwhal gets to replay it out of the field and back over off the ceiling. It's boomed away. Jobs, very nice speed behind that one, but Dust just reading it. Gets it off the corner. Sets up Jobs a bit, though, so a 1v2 turns back into a 2v2 as given time to recoup there, Crouton Dust, but a little bit of a lobber. Gets passed into the corner. So 3.5 minutes. Crouton Dust wants to try to get this one away. Miller Lite reading the clear, and Jobs tries to capitalize off a fast shot on goal, but Flying Narwhal is just there on the goal line, denying any shots on target. So it's going to be a clear away. Narwhal with a very nice boom downfield to open up the goal. 3 minutes. Still a 1-goal lead for SNRF, and the sub to Musty side, they need to try to find something to equalize, because right now it just seems like it's the SNRF show. And Flying Narwhal just decimating them in their own end. He's going to jump up, tries to get possession, forces a 50, so it's back into their own end. But Miller Lite, definitely a more awkward position to be in. Easy save from Crouton Dust, and that opens up the goal, but Miller Lite gets back in time. Just going to be able to smartly clear that one away, not allowing any follow-up shots on target. And Jobs just to hit it back into the orange. Narwhal, though, it seems like he is just doing such a good job at getting himself in front of this ball anytime the blue side finds it. Waiting in the goal now in case a shot comes through. Goes up to meet Jobs and wins out the fight. A beautifully played aerial domination from Flying Narwhal, and now back into the blue. Full boost. Crouton Dust wants to try to get away, and Miller Lite, you can see him getting boomed across the field by his teammate. And it just seems like nothing really being found just yet by the blue offenders. You can see Narwhal forcing Miller Lite away there, and that allows Crouton Dust just to fight back over in front of the goal line. Gets it over in front, but isn't quite able to get the follow through. But the counter offense already back on the table, but only 105 seconds left. Steve Jobs, a very crucial hit to get that one high and deny a shot on net. Crouton Dust manages to get a lobber straight under the top crossbar, but it's still going to allow a shot back over into the orange end. Jobs following through. It's going to be bouncing down. Miller Lite tries to follow. It's over to Narwhal, who wants to try to boom this away. And he does get it over on target. Jobs hitting it away. And with 77 seconds, they need to find something. But a boomer downfield, that leaves it for Narwhal. And Jobs just able to get back in time to deny that. It would have been heartbreaking to see a 2-goal deficit this close to the end. But it's going to be Crouton Dust picking up the ball, trying to get it back towards mid, and Narwhal has to save that along the goal line. He does. Miller Lite not able to find the target, and an unfortunate clear is going to leave the goal wide open as Narwhal, an easy shot from the midfield line. It was a good attempt from Jobs there to try to get it back over into the midfield, but ends up just getting it a little bit too much mid, and the double commit from the blue side players allows a second goal to come through. So Flying Narwhal trying just to shut out any hopes that Sub to Musty have. It's going to be a shot back over towards the blue net and hit away. Not going to be able to find the target on that one. Does start getting it back over towards the net, and it's actually going to be Crouton to try to play this one out. Gets it mid to Narwhal. Not really an angle towards target, but back to the corner. Full boost on Crouton as well, so a down pass, but Miller Lite back up field. 20 seconds. If they can find a goal here in the next 20, they have a potential to get back into it. And Miller Lite sees the angle but can't hit the shot. It's off the crossbar, and they're just trying to see if they can do something. But at this point, Sub to Musty, they know that it's done and dusted. We're going to be seeing a game number 5, and how fitting. SNRF and Sub to Musty, we've seen these guys once before, and they went the full 5 games. And of course, we're going to see it again here in the playoffs. It's been a back and forth series between these two teams, and it's no surprise that we see the full 5 games yet again. Narwhal and Miller back into the kickoff, and it's going to be hit back over towards the goal. Crouton Dust to save it, and Miller Lite going to be the last one in front of this net, and he manages to find a way in. It's going to be Miller Lite to come through. Jobs trying to sneak that past Crouton Dust, manages to hit it just enough that it'll bounce in front, and that will allow Miller Lite to come through with an early goal for themselves. It's been a back and forth affair. These two teams trading blows back and back. Last time they faced off, SNRF came away with the win, but it's Sub to Musty now looking to shut them down in the playoffs to get themselves into the best of 7s. Jobs up off the backboard. Wants to see if he can clear this one away. Crouton Dust trying to follow that through. Can't quite find the connection. And Jobs wins it past everybody, but can't quite find the goal. It's going to be bouncing high. It's going to be bouncing along the goal line, but it goes a little bit too far, a little bit too fast. And nobody from Sub to Musty able to capitalize in time. Jobs has to try to fall back as Crouton Dust aggresses. Gets it in front of the net. Finding the corner, and now Miller Lite to play it away. Narwhal already setting up, but a nice touch from Miller to win it out, and now Crouton Dust, a 1v1, has to try to save this, and he's not able to hit it. Miller Lite, a beautiful play up the midfield, winning out there against Narwhal, and able to win out yet again against Crouton right along the goal line. Sinks it straight in behind him, and he can't quite find a way in front of the ball. So 4 minutes left, and a 2-goal lead regained yet again for Sub to Musty, and they're going to be definitely feeling a little more confident now that they have a backboard to work with. Crouton Dust trying to get this upfield, and Narwhal trying to see if he can sneak something in, but a little bit overzealous. That leaves the ball bouncing back towards mid, and it's going to be bouncing off the left wall. Trying to see if they can find a way in, and Jobs just forces it through. And let's watch this one more time, because Narwhal tries to do everything he can, but he just can't find its way in to a save. So a 3-goal lead bouncing straight back over towards the Sub to Musty side, and it's got to be something from SNRF. Crouton Dust does start to take the ball back over into the blue end. Touched off the wall by Jobs, and now it's just dropping yet again. Jobs just so aggressive here into the orange end. Forces a fake out, and Crouton Dust falls. It's It's going to be hit back over into the orange end, and Miller Lite trying to replay this. It's going to be a shot on target and a 4th goal scored. Easily scored up there from Miller Lite as he is just making absolute work of the defenders here. Gets it past the first, and it's a wide open net for him in the end. Nothing that Crouton Dust can do to try to get back in front of it. With 3 minutes 20 to go, it is looking dominant here from Sub to Musty. They want their revenge from regulation where they lost 3-2, but Narwhal has something to say. He picks up the ball off a steal, dribbles it directly into that net, and just sinks it in. What a nicely played little mechanical shot. And the first of 4 that they need if they want to tie it back up here, SNRF. A Herculean effort needed. So luckily they've got Hercules flying Narwhal, trying to get back into it, trying to see if he can get this ball up the field, but ends up killing it to the wall. That's going to allow a little bit of a shot, so he follows through, gets it down. Crouton Dust to follow, gets it back to the wall. Knows that flying Narwhal's behind him, wants to try to set him up, and it's not going to be any sort of pass on target, but Crouton Dust gets a pass from Narwhal. Can't quite find the net. It's back to the corner. 2 minutes 50. Trying to play this one back out. Miller Lite gets it back over, and Narwhal to play it out. So a 50 back into this corner. It's finding its way into the blue end time and time again. And the Sub to Musty boys, they need to try to keep any sort of goals from coming in, because if all they do is hold their lead, they get themselves into the semifinals. It's going to be a boomer upfield from Jobs, who's just trying to find target. It's going to be cleared away by Crouton, but Jobs trying just to win this out. Gets it over into the midfield. It's going to be cleared away by Miller Lite. It's off the wall. Potentially a clear, but Crouton Dust, the 50 does not go his way, and it's back over in front of the net. Narwhal getting met there, but does manage to start getting it up midfield, but Miller Lite so fast, and now an open net for him to shoot at, and he's not gonna miss. The 4-goal lead regained as Miller Lite having an absolute ball of a time. 4 goals in the first 3 minutes of game number 5. You can tell that they want that revenge. They want to get into the best of 7s in the playoffs, and they do not want to allow these 2 men to stand in their way. But Crouton Dust a fast follow through and claims the 3-goal deficit back. It's a fast follow up, and Crouton Dust been a little bit quiet this series, but a nice aerial shot just to get a fast shot on target, and Miller Lite can't find any way back in front of that ball. So the gap closed again, ever so slightly, but still 3 to go. Crouton Dust a win into the blue end, but met yet again there by Miller Lite, and it's going to be a shot on target. Narwhal to clear it away. Crouton Dust trying to see if he can follow up. Has a good bit of boost to try to work with, and Narwhal winning out that 50. Does get it over in front of the net, but Crouton Dust can't find a shot on. Narwhal, a little bit of an overzealous aggression, does leave this ball bouncing in front of the orange goal, and Miller Lite can't quite find the target, but that's okay, because that's what the teammate's for, because Steve Jobs comes through to claim himself a 2nd goal and finish off 6-2 as they are looking dominant here, Sub to Musty. Every single time that gap starts to close, it gets a little bit more extended. Now it's 6 goals. Crouton Dust coming straight back, and it seems like really here in game number 5, he's woken up on the reads. He knows what he needs to do to win past these defenders, and Jobs does allow a 3rd goal to come through. So the hat trick here from SNRF. They're fighting their way back into this. But still 3 goals to go with 83 seconds. Sub to Musty, all they need to do is play patient, play defensively, and they certainly have the best of 7s in the bag. But Narwhal back on the wall. We know what he's capable of. Crouton Dust, we know what he's capable of as well. They're trying just to carry this into the net. It's over in mid, and Narwhal follows. Just like that. A 4-goal lead decreases to 2. It's 6-4, ladies and gentlemen. Now, 67 seconds to get 2 goals in a 2v2. Well, that seems perfectly reasonable to me, and we're going to be seeing whether or not they can pull it off. Crouton Dust to follow. Goes over into this corner. It looks like our cam's screwed up a little bit, so we're going to just fix that real quick for you. But now bouncing back down towards Crouton Dust, back down towards Narwhal, and it's going to be a play back over into the midfield. 50 seconds again. Sub to Musty is perfectly fine with just killing time and allowing these shots to go towards net. If they can just keep denying, keep anything from coming into their goal, they should be able to secure up the game. Luckily for SNRF, it's not a shot on target, but what a back pass from Crouton to immediately switch up the offense. It's going to be a quick pass over, and Narwhal capitalizes, but it's not a shot on target. 20 seconds. Narwhal wants to see if he can open something up, and the 50 gonna force it to the corner, a little bit risky. So Jobs just falls back to take it away, and with 14 seconds and a wide open goal, he's finally going to get himself a hat trick as 7-4. You're going to be seeing sub to Musty pulling off a win in IGL Fall 2020. There is just no realistic way we see these guys fighting back into it. It is a well-fought match. They tried their best, but 7-4 as domination from the sub to Musty camp will sync up a semi-final spot as they move into the best of sevens next week.